Jones, he had to change the motor in that machine. It's a family affair. His dad, his mom, everybody helping out.
Putting that other engine in there, Rickie was getting the manifold ready, and the carburetors had to put it on top, put the radiator back in, and boy, they were working hard, hooking all them headers up and getting another clutch back in that thing and ready for the final round.
Nice work, Jones family. Got it done. And that means it is time for our full throttle, hard-working crew.
Well, Pro Stock, who else can we give it to, Paul, but none other than Rickie Jones. They had to work very hard to get to the final round after beating Alan Johnson in the semis. They also worked really hard to get this car back up to speed after 2 DNQs coming into this race and qualifying number 5. Good job by that team.
So, now that we know the hard-working crew, let's see the finals, and we're going to start in Pro Stock. Rickie Jones pulled right out there. Mike Edwards right behind him. Jones looking to win his first ever race in Pro Stock. And as we see Mike Edwards come out, we've got some more information for you. And this is Edwards' projected 2010 numbers, and it compares to Anderson's record season.
In 2003, this is all projected, but Greg had 16 #1 qualifiers. Mike would be projected to do 19. 76 round wins versus 72, 17 finals. I mean, those are pretty good numbers. I don't care who you're talking about. That just tells you how great of a season Greg Anderson had in 2003, because we know how great of a season this man here, Mike Edwards, is having this year.
And for Greg Anderson, every one of those numbers we saw, that was an NHRA record for that season. And so here is Mike Edwards, the route he took to get to this final at Thunder Valley. Rickie Jones, he would become the 53rd winner in the history of Pro Stock.
Well, performance-wise, Mike Edwards has a huge advantage over Rickie Jones. Rickie hurt the engine in the previous round. They had to change engines. Rickie's been doing a great job on the lights. We've talked about he's won a lot of wins on hole shots. But let me tell you something. Mike Edwards has been having some great lights. He was 0-11 against Jason Line, and then 0-26 against Jed Coughlin. So Mike's been doing the job on the starting line. He has a performance under the hood. Rickie Jones really has his work cut out if he wants to get his first career Wally in Pro Stock.
Rickie Jones beat Mike Edwards on a hole shot in Atlanta.
Oh, and he goes red.
Oh, my goodness. A little too anxious for Rickie Jones. That one's going to hurt for a long time as Mike Edwards takes the win, 7:57. 135-mile-an-hour pass. So Mike Edwards has back-to-back wins here at Bristol, his 8th win of this season.
Yeah, Rickie Jones was a 1/10.5 red. I don't know if possibly the car rolled the light or he just flat left early. Look at Mike Edwards. I mean, that car made a move to the right, and he was, oh, man. I thought he might just shut it off because he saw the red light, but Mike was really driving that thing. Watch the left side of your screen. The car's going to move on the launch. Yeah, Rickie just left early, but look at Mike, way out of the groove on the left side. He tries to bring it back around, and then it starts sashaying. Rickie Jones had a shot at winning that because Mike Edwards was all over the place. Initially, like I said, I just thought Mike Edwards just pushed the clutch in because he saw the red light, but that was not the case. Mike Edwards was really going to have to drive that race car. That would have been a tough task for him to be able to beat Rickie had Rickie gone green.
Well, Dave Reeve has Terry Adams.
And Terry, how difficult a day, how difficult a racetrack was that to conquer to get your 8th win of the season?
Well, it's a very tricky racetrack. It was, it was hot, and it's just a good race show. It was a driver's race. You know, we didn't run good qualifying. We didn't run good on Friday night. So, you know, Mike did a good job today in the pinhole. I mean, he did a good job. I mean, hey, we'll take a win any way we can get him. You got to have one lucky round to win the race. That was our lucky round.
Doesn't matter how they do it, Gary Gerald. They just seem to keep adding up those numbers.
8th time this year. He's holding one of those wallies, Dave. And this was one of those situations where Rickie goes red, and it may have been big because it looked like your car made a very hard move off the line.
Yeah, we made a really, really hard move there, Gary. I just real fortunate. You know, Lord just keeps blessing this team more and more and more, and I just want to praise him and give him all the glory, Gary. It's you know, it's unbelievable. I mean, all my guys, this one right here, it's Father's Day. It's going to my dad. I love my dad. This is for him. My team, everybody. God bless you.